Welcome, beautiful yogis. This is Love Your Life Yoga, and on Mondays we work a little harder. It's much more of a full body workout, and I'm delighted you're here. And let's begin seated today. Nice and tall in your cross-legged seat. Let your spine elevate, and let's bring the arms and hold hands behind the back. See if you can link fingers behind your back, and then with your elbows still bent, lift your chest, take the upper arms, shoulders back, and then straighten the elbows. And now lower your chin and take a few breaths right here. So we're looking down. The arms are straight and vigorous, activating into the upper arm and the upper chest, which is lifted. And a lovely deep nose breath in. And a mouth breath out. Good. Release your hands and bring them to your knees. And now draw forward with your chest, breathing in. Round your back, breathing out. Stretch from tail to back of neck. Pull your belly in. On the inhale, draw forward. Bring your chest forward, shoulders back, heart lifting. And the exhalation, the rounding of your upper back, and the stretching of your lower back as well. Inhaling, draw forward. And exhaling, round your back. Let's do a couple more of these. This sense of arriving now into your breathing, moving consciously body, where as we draw forward, we breathe in and lift and feel the fullness of the breath. And then as we exhale, we round and feel the activation along the whole of your back. Good. One more time. Draw forward. And rounding. Good. Directly into circling, so moving towards your left and forward, breathing in. To your right and back, and breathing out. Sitting bones, grounded. Ribs, very mobile now, circulating. And propelled by your breathing. We are now in the throes of summer. It's warm. And this is a lovely time, at the end of the day, to move and breathe and to reset everything. One more circling in this direction. Good, and then reverse this circling, going towards the right, forward, towards the left and back. Each time you feel yourself breathing out, draw the lower belly muscles and the pelvic floor muscles deeply in and up. One more time, all the way around. Great. Now draw your spine up. Bring the soles of your feet together, a little bit away from your body. So we're in cobbler's pose. Inch the sitting bones back. Good. And now heart lifting, and let's come forward. Feel how the sit bones might glide back a little bit more as we allow the head to release and the whole body to lean forward. And find a moment of contentment right here. This breath, this body, and the willingness to be here. Can you feel your breathing now? For 2 more cycles, nice and slow and deep. Good. Make your way back up. Help the knees in. Good. And then let's take this blankie out of the way and come to lying on your back on the mat. Coming down slowly, using core muscles to lie down. And as your head arrives, let your shoulders and arms also just soften and relax. Please draw your right knee in towards your chest. Stretch your left leg straight, push through the left foot. Circle your right foot. And reverse this circling of your right foot, now the other way. And then letting your right foot just hang, we're still holding the knee. A very firmed up left leg inhales upwards towards the vertical line and exhales back down. Good. Letting the leg rise with the breath in and lower. One more time, left leg lifts up and lowers down. Good, let your left leg land on the ground. Let your right leg go as well, and let both legs flop on your mat, extended. Shoulders falling away, palms rolling upwards, and take a moment to feel your breathing here. And so it takes us a little while to let go the day and to become present. But that's the intention. Yoga done here and now in the only real moment that we have. Bend your right knee so your foot is flat. Bend your left knee so the foot is flat. Good, and then let the left knee come close to your chest. Hold on to it with both hands. Draw it in close. Slide the right leg straight, push through the heel. And let's circle the left foot around the ankle. Just easy rolling action. Reversing. Great, and then letting the left foot flop, the firmed up right leg lifts towards vertical, breathing in, and lowers to the horizontal while breathing out. Just a light touch down to inhale, lift again. And lowering. And one more time. Good, and that right leg relaxes out on the mat, the left leg next to it. Again, this just moment of arriving in the body as we let the arms, legs flop. Feel breath, feel pranic flow. Placing your palms down now, right near your hips, bend the knees, take your feet off the mat, your knees are over your hips. Breathing in, your right arm and your left leg extend away from each other. Exhale, return. Moving slowly, this diagonal line extending the opposite arm and the leg, returning for the exhalation. We take our time on this hot summery day to move in a way that be a little cooling, even though we are working with the core muscles now, which is of course the heating area of the body, the fire in the belly. Move slowly so we stay cool. Stay present with this alternate arm and leg extension and returning. Great, and then as you return again, hands on your knees and draw them in close to you, very close. Place the palms flat, slightly tucked under your buttocks, shoulders down. Now send both legs up towards straight while breathing in, and the long straight legs lowering to the ground together while breathing out. Knees bend. Inhale to the chest and extend to vertical. Exhale, the straight legs lower down. Stay with your breath and this moving. One more, yogis. Good. Knees come in towards the chest. Hold your knees again and squeeze close. Separate your knees now and circle them in opposite directions. Three times this way and then 3 times the other way. Nice, everyone, letting your feet come down to the mat. Feel the releasing moment. And now please grab your strap as we take it around the right foot, taking the right leg into the air. And so our practice today will have some long, slow stretches for the hamstrings. Hamstrings so connected to the back. And so as we hold the strap around the right leg into the air, let your left leg slide straight out. On the mat, slight inward rotation. Exhaling, draw your belly in. The left leg, inhale, lift it up. We did this earlier. Exhale, lower your left leg down. 2 more times. Lovely. Now as your left leg comes down, let it stay down, pin it down as it were, and put the strap into your right hand with your left arm next to your ear, Your left leg straight. Guide your right leg out to the right. And stay here for these slow breathing stretches that invite the spaciousness of the air element. Nice, good. Now, bring your right leg up and your left hand grabs the strap. Guide your right leg across your body now, with your right arm staying on the mat. Ooh, to get this lovely lower body twist. Upper body staying spacious. Ooh, lots to feel in the right ribs and shoulders. And the feeling of your breathing. What a lovely thing to gift your body this time. Good. Ready to bring your right leg back up. Come onto your back again. That right leg slightly to the right so you can bend the knee a lot and take that upside down lunge position with your right leg. 3 breaths. So you could be holding the foot with your hands or your strap are still around the foot. For some it's easier to just hold behind the right thigh. All of it is helping your right hip stretch and your left leg is so active. The psoas, those deep muscles are stretching as well. Great. Now we let the right foot come to the ground, taking the strap off. Left foot slides beside it. And from that centralized sacrum, pop the strap around your left leg, take it straight up. Slide the right leg straight down. Adjust your shoulders, long neck. Easy, conscious breaths. And now that right leg fully firmed up rises with breath in and lowers with breath out. 2 more times. Good. Right leg all the way down, and this time to stay vigorous on the mat, strap into your left hand. Guide your left leg now out to the left. Right arm next to your right ear and the right leg very active. Big open stretch here for the 3 conscious breathings. Terrific, everyone. Guide your leg back up. Strap to the right hand as the left leg continues on over to stretch to the right of the body. Be here, feel. So there's lots to feel, especially if you haven't been very active in the last few days. It's like starting again, these stretches. Great, everyone. Bring your left leg back up to vertical, slightly outside of your Midline, bend the left knee. Reach for the foot with your hands. And stay here in this upside down lunge. Feel the breath. Great, all right. So now the left leg straight again, still got the strap on it. Let's bring the right foot into the strap as well. And we'll take straddle legs. So find your sacrum, let that be the fulcrum of this shape. Grounded through the sacrum and the wide legs, held by your long strap, held by your long arms, relaxed shoulders. Deep, conscious breaths. Everything held together by our breathing. One more long exhalation. Good. And draw your legs back together. Continue to hold the strap. Legs very close together. Walking your hands up your strap. One in each hand. Your thighs spinning inwardly. Your shin bones spinning outwardly. And your feet parallel. Filling up with a lovely breath. And then as you exhale, draw your straight legs just slightly closer to your body, just intensifying the hamstring stretch. We'll repeat that, nose in. On exhale, draw it all in a little closer. Nice, bend your knees, take your strap off, and let your feet land on the mat. Have your feet parallel and your arms near your feet. Ground the feet to raise the hips with the right arm overhead. Lift the hips, turn your face to the left, lowering the hips, the arm, and your head back to center. Inhaling, raise the hips and the left arm looking right. Lowering down on exhalation. Stay with this. One more each way. Great. Stay active with your feet grounding and your hands grounding. Raise the hips again with the palms pinned down. And come up higher. Work your feet down and now work your upper arms under. Can you clasp hands under your body? Or maybe you'll catch the edges of your mat and pull that mat wide apart. Stay here, breathing deep in this more active Setu Bandha, the bridge pose, which is strengthening and grounding and stabilizing in so many ways. Building a little endurance. 3 more slow, deep breaths. letting go your hands, placing your palms flat and yet close together. Lower your back down, landing on your hands or wrists. Slide your legs straight out on the mat. Push through the heels. Good. Strong from your core. Raise both legs up towards vertical. And lower both legs down towards horizontal. Raising again your both legs. And again. And one more time, raise and lower your legs. This time, when you lower, let your legs really come to rest on the mat. Free up your arms and let your arms and your legs flop. Feel the releasing through the limbs. Great. Firmed up legs close together. Please take your arms wide out from your shoulders and your legs close together, raising your right leg straight up. Exhale your right foot into your left hand, looking right. Inhale, bring your leg back up. Lower that right leg down slowly to the mat. Keep your legs firmed up as you raise your left leg up. Cross and over. Back up. And lower down. Right foot comes up and across and over. Little head roll. Lifting up and lowering back down. Left arm, left leg up and across. Coming down again to relax completely. Bring your arms in, flop your legs, soften. Nice. Draw the knees in, hug them in. And roll over now, please, to hands and knees. So, I like to use the blocks today. Have them right under your hips and take that left knee bent up behind. Inhale, exhale round your back. Bring your knee to your nose. Take it up again, breathe in. Knee to nose, rounding that left side of your back a lot. One more time. Stepping this time your left foot through. Step into the left foot, push away from the blocks and raise your arms up. And then circle the arms to your sides and steady up in this kneeling position. Raising now your right arm up, right next to your ear. Little side bend to the left. Coming back up and lowering the arm. Bring both arms forward now. Inhale. And exhale your hands back to the ground or to the blocks. Draw your hips back to straighten your front leg. So deeper into the left hamstrings. From your sit bone to your heel. Can you feel it? Great, and let's bring the left foot back. Same sequence with the right leg lifted up. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more times. This time the right foot steps through. Push down through the foot to push away from the blocks. Bring your arms up. Circle them around. Ooh, hold really steady. Holding steady in the upright place. Bringing now your left arm straight up. Side bend to the right. Coming back up with both arms. And bring your hands to the blocks again to draw your hips back and straighten the front leg. And deeper now into the right hamstring. And so these are the muscles that just tighten up all the time in the body. Stretching them helps the lower back, helps our mobility in every way to love the body and to feel more comfortable in it. Terrific. Draw your right foot, knee back. And then as we did, the left leg lifts up again. Exhale, step your foot through. Plant the foot. Inhale, raise the arms up. Circle around. And now bring your hands to the block. Curl your back toe and straighten the back leg. Long, slow breaths to sustain, to endure, to grow our capacity to hold steady. Good. Breathing in now, straighten the front leg as well. Towards straight, even peeling the ball of the foot away, being on that left heel. Spine forward and flat. Nice. Lower the back knee, the front toe mound. We'll draw your left knee back to begin again with the right leg lifting up. Breathe in. Step the right foot forward. Press it down to come to upright. Circling the arms and returning them to the blocks. To curl the back toe and straighten the back leg. Hold steady. Breathe deep and consciously. Draw now your hips back to straighten the front leg. And peel the ball of the foot back, draw the sit bone back, lift your chest. Feel the length and the power in your legs. Great, everyone, lower down. As you draw that leg back, widen your knees and send the blocks, the arms forward and the hips back. Extended child's pose. Come out of this. Place the blocks to the side as you plant the palms flat, and let's take a downward dog. The knees walk in, we curl the toes, From a strong core, lift up your hips, your knees, and looking at your parallel feet, bend both knees and let your upper body move through the shoulders, pressing through. Raise your tail a little higher, and now keep your tail high. Begin to lower both heels down. And lift both heels up, deeper into the hamstrings. Lovely, everyone. Raise your heels, take your left leg high up, step your foot to the front of the mat, bring your right foot next to it. Steady through both feet, hands to shins as we inhale to a flat back, and exhale, tuck closer. And let's come to standing all the way upright. Take your arms overhead and bring your hands to prayer pose, standing upright, tall, steady, and stable. Great. From here, step your right foot back, angle the heel, and let's position the blocks long and each side of that left foot as we now deepen our hamstring stretching. So steady feet, raise both arms up, and exhale, reach your both arms and your torso down to lightly touch the blocks, bow in, and then inhale, come back to upright. Raise the both arms. Exhale, come forward again. Best you can, your hips stay level, rising up. And coming forward. Rest your hands on your blocks now. Really square your hips. Send your heart forward, the crown of the head forward. Really grounding through your feet. Bring your left arm to your back waist. And using your right hand to press down, turn your trunk to the left. Upper body rotates. Energy going down that back heel. And then the left arm, it could come forward and up to the vertical place. And now we have a lovely hamstring stretch with the twist. On the exhalation, the left hand comes back to the block, powering up now through your feet. Pushing away from the blocks, inhale, come upright, arms overhead, stable and steady. And now step forward. And pause a moment here. We take second side, left foot steps back. Steady your feet here. Squared. Lovely. And raise both arms overhead. Steady, steady through the grounding, and then come forward. And so there are days we think we're grounded, and then we find out we're still a bit wobbly. Let everything be okay. Rise up, breathing in. Coming forward. Rise up, breathing in. A hand coming forward, this time to stay with the hands on the door blocks. To feel how the right sit bone can draw back and the sternum and the crown can draw forward. Shifting now from the 4 places of anchoring to the 3 places of anchoring. Ground your feet in your left hand. Bring your right arm to your back waist. The long torso now turns towards the right. Rotate as much as you can. Draw your chest, draw your ribs. Great, and then finally the arm can come forward, a hand up. And breathe as we work that back heel down. Terrific. Exhale, lower down. Steady through your feet a lot. Press down through the feet to inhale your arms and torso overhead. And step to the front of the mat, prayer pose hands. And steady up here. Lovely. Big hands to hips. Step the right foot now further back, this time onto the ball of the foot, not angling the heel in. Your heel is up and your front knee is bent. And we practice some lunging, stretching into the psoas, strengthening the left haunch. Bring your palms to face each other, the elbows bent. As we inhale to straighten the front leg, the elbows widen out. And the heart stretches open as we balance. Exhale into the lunge. As we did opening, inhale to straight leg. Exhale into the lunge. As we did. Good. From this lunge, straighten the front leg and raise the arms overhead. So now we're poised and long to exhale over the straight leg, to reach forward with the both arms, side body, and let your hands land on the blocks. So we've been here before, except we're a little further apart with the feet. And that right leg is very actively straight with the heel high. Allow the stretch. Great. All right, we're adding the twist. So we've got 4 places of grounding now. We're switching to 3. So adjust that right hand and block so you can really lean into it. Left arm to hip, turn the trunk to the left. Then bring that left arm forward and to vertical. Deep rotation through the upper back. Full breaths. On the exhalation, left arm, hand back to the block. Great. Please bend your front knee and step your right foot next to your left foot. Hands to shin bones for the halfway up. Exhale, fold in. And then inhale all the way up, the arms overhead. And prayer pose, hands to your heart. And pause here. Hands to hips as we take second side, stepping now your left foot back, way back. Ball of the foot stays off the mat. And we're so far back that we can lunge deeply through the front knee and get that foot grounded and steady. We need to be steady before we start to move. Bring the arms in to face one another. Inhale, the front leg straightens. Exhale into the lunge. And inhale. Heart opens, leg straightens. Exhale. One more time. And this time, we raise the arms straight up as we straighten the leg. Very steady in the legs, long reach, come forward. Hands to the blocks. And hang out here. Long back, long straight legs. And good breathing. Good, we're adding our twist to the right. Shifting from 4 grounding places to 3. The right hand wraps behind your back. Turn your chest open. Draw your right sit bone back, and then finally you can bring the arm up. And feel how the ribs have mobility. The feet have stability. Beautiful balance and breath. On the exhalation, bring your hand back down to the block. Level out again. Bend the front knee to step forward. Taking a flat back here, hands on shins. Exhale, fold deep, coming upright all the way. Prayer pose at the heart. Stand tall. Good, and from here the arms inhale wide and up, and the exhale is a forward bend. And the inhale is the flat back, and we move the blocks out of the way to step back to downward dog. From downward dog, take the left leg up behind, way high, aim the foot through between your hands. Power up your legs now and come upright. Coming upright where we were a moment ago. Inhale your both arms wide and up. And exhale, everything stays, just lower your arms. Hold steady through the legs as we raise now the right arm up. Side bend to the left. Inhale, raise both arms overhead. Stay for exhale. Straighten the front leg, inhale. And now the long reach forward with both arms all the way down to the mat, far as you can. And step the left foot back and high for 3-legged dog. Up and high. Lower the foot. Walk it out. And raise your right leg up. Way high to step through. Plant that right foot. Make your way to the upright lunging position. Stabilizing in the ascent. A hand, raise your arms all the way up. Exhale, lower the arms. Just your right arm comes up. Sorry, your left arm comes up. Exhale, lean right. Inhale, both arms up, straighten the front leg. Now hand forward we go over the straight right leg. Come on down all the way to the mat. And once you've planted your hands, take that right leg back and high. And bring your right foot next to your left foot for downward dog. Nice big nose breath in and then mouth out. Pivot to plank. Back to dog. To plank with your feet really close together. And back to dog. This time as we come to plank, upper body stays, tip both heels and feet to your left. It's a little rolling of your hips, come back to the ball of the feet. Tip both feet to your right and back to plank and hips up and back to downward dog. Nose in, mouth out. Raise your left leg high and step the foot through. Grab your blocks, this time low blocks. Front knees bent. And with the right hand on the low block and the front knee bent, twist to your left. Bring the arm up. And lower the arm to the block. Moving the blocks out of the way, hands to the mat again, left leg back and high. Enjoy that lift for a moment. And left foot next to right. Walk it out. And let's take the right leg up high. Step the foot to the front. High lunge, where we'll add the twist to the right. So you can use the blocks, rotate right. And lower the hands, the blocks out of the way as we step back to three-legged dog. Foot down. Walk them back a little bit so we can pivot to plank, your bunion bones connected. Plank and dog. And plank. And dog. This time as we come to plank, lower all the way down to the mat, pelvis lowers, elbows to the ground, Sphinx pose. Breathe here in the long upper body. Good, and lower your forehead to the mat, bringing your hands to interlace at your lower back. Shoulders draw back, lift your chest. Now raise your both legs, 3 breaths. Exhale, make a little pillow and rest your back completely. Coming back now to Sphinx pose. Press down a lot through your forearms, curl your toes, bring your feet in a little bit, and now raise your hips up off the mat, push through the back heels, and stay to breathe here, building this strength in the forearm plank. Nice, everyone. Lower your hips and curl your toes. Walk your hands back so we can push to fours and dip the seat towards the heels. And now come back to downward dog. Raise your left leg way high and step the foot to the front of the mat. Right leg follows. Feet fairly close together. Bend your knees a lot. Clasp the hands at your sacrum. Lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale all the way to upright. Arms fly forward and up. And come to prayer pose. Pause here. Flowing now with this variation of Surya Namaskar, the sun salutations, variations widened up through the arms. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway up, breath in. Exhaling, hands to the mat as your left foot steps back and the knee comes down. As we've been doing now. Raise your arms overhead. Exhaling, bring your hands back to the mat and step forward. Clasp the hands at your sacrum for the halfway up. Exhale, fold in and the arms overhead. Come all the way to upright. Sweeping to the zenith point and prayer pose at the heart. Pause for a breath. Second side, widened up come the arms, forward bend, halfway up, breath in, hands to the mat as the right leg steps back and the knee comes down, raise the torso and the both arms up. Exhale, hands come back down as we step forward. Knees stay bent as we clasp at the sacrum for the flat back, open the chest. Exhale, fold in over the bent knees, arms overhead, a hand coming up forward and to toe. Prayer pose at the heart. Pause for a breath. And we go again, same sequence, widened up. Forward bend. Halfway up, to step the left foot back to lower the knee, and then to raise the arms up. Only to lower the arms and a step forward. Clasp the hands at the sacrum for the flat back. Breath in, and then the deep fold on the breath out. All the way to upright. And prayer pose at the heart. Pause for a breath. And we go again, widened up, forward bend. Halfway up. The right foot steps back, lower the knee, and raise the torso. Exhaling, hands to the ground to step forward. Halfway up, breath in. Fold deep, breath out. And all the way overhead we come to prayer pose. Doing great. We'll flow one more time to each side. Feel how grounded your feet are. Inhale, expand, lift up through the arms for the forward bend after the strong core. Halfway up. Now the left foot steps back. Lower the knee. Inhale, raise the torso. Exhale, hands to the ground to step forward. Clasp your hands, lift your chest halfway up, fold in, arms overhead. Come up all the way. Prayer pose at the heart. Pause for a breath. And last time, widen up through the arms. Beautiful forward bend. Halfway up. Right foot steps back, letting the knee land. And rise. Arms, heart, lift. Exhale to step forward. Heart lifting and the deep forward bend, deep shoulder stretch. Up we come, all the way. And prayer pose. Lovely flow, everyone. Let's take a wide stance on the mat. We've got parallel feet, spreading arms, getting tall breath in. And now would you bring your left hand across to your right leg. Exhale. Come up. Cross the midline. Other arm across. Little rotation out of the steady hips. One more each way. This time, as we come up, exhale down the midline and let your hands come down to the mat and bow in and hang out a few breaths. And so we've gone deep into the hips and deep into the hamstrings and some nice twists for the upper back. Bringing your hands now to press into the mat, to come into a flat back, to draw your heels slightly in, your feet slightly out. Bend both knees. So knees tracking out over your feet. Bring a hand to each thigh, a hand press on up. Bring your arms up. Bend the elbows. Straight legs and arms. Exhale, pulling in. Twice more. Great. Hands come to the thighs. Upper body dives in and out. One more each side. Nice little rotation here. Great, and now walk your legs back in and stand tall. And just feel the new space, the new stability, the new centeredness. Renewed. Come onto the back. So this is our elevated legs time. Feel free to practice shoulder stand or legs up the wall. Or my favorite, which is really just drawing the block under the sacrum. Just bringing the hips up off the floor, drawing the arms in close, and then taking the legs to hang in the air. A great way to elevate the lower body to feel the breathing. Tending what's here. There are days we feel really strong, and days we feel a little vulnerable or in recovery. Letting it all be, accepting it as it is. Such an easy way to stay happy is to accept the reality of the moment and to not fight against it. Two more slow, long exhalations. And we bend the knees, gently let the feet come back down to ground. Using that push to lift the sacrum, remove the block, lower the sacrum, and take happy baby pose. Centered and grounded. Great. Feet come back to the mat. As we set up now with a little shift to the right of the hips, with the right thigh over the left. Wide arms. Let your wrapped legs drop towards the left. And come into this lovely reclining, relaxing, releasing spinal twist. Where as you close your eyes, all there is sensation and breath. Really coming to the ground of our being, sensation and breath. And we bring the knees back up to rearrange the second side. And cross, little left shift of hips, left thigh wrapping over the right, perhaps the foot to, over we go to the right with the hips. Soft shoulders, relaxed, releasing, letting go. And then draw everything back to the center line uncrossed. To now let your limbs relax, perhaps with the props that you like, to find the center line of your body supported, limbs equally falling away, eyes closed and dropping into the ground, dropping deep as you let your awareness move to the skin of your face. And whatever sensations show up, perhaps you could feel the tiniest breeze or a summer's heat. Whatever shows up, let it be. No struggle with this moment, complete acceptance of what is. Drop deep to relax. This deep, relaxed space, a very good place to be. The body's wisdom can operate so optimally when we let go the struggle and the fight, and we're in the surrendered place. And as you breathe more deeply, move your toes and your fingers. Curl up onto your side for the gratitude moment. As you are ready, let's sit. So grateful to practice with you today. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Namaste.